Welcome to Hitman Box. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. So obviously we got this Leo Santa Cruz Carl Frampton rematch coming up, and Carl Frampton seems to think that he's gonna win this fight fairly easy. Well, easier is what he said. I'm gonna get into his statement. He said, "I'm expecting a tough fight, but I don't know if I'm expecting a better one." Last time there were a lot of excuses thrown about afterwards, but I think that is Leo Santa Cruz. That's how he fights. So that was Carl Frampton's statement, and I kind of agree with what he's saying. I felt going into the first fight that Leo Santa Cruz would win the fight, that he might have stopped Carl Frampton, but he fought the wrong fight. And if you look at how Leo Santa Cruz fights, he didn't fight Carl Frampton any different than he fought anyone else that he's fought in the past. In my opinion, he should have just used his size, his reach, and just outbox Carl Frampton, outpoint him, he wanted to try to make it an inside fight. He wanted to move forward. He wanted to come forward the entire fight. He almost got dropped. Real talk. Leo Santa Cruz did get dropped in that fight. They didn't rule it a knockdown, no, man. This dude was held up by the ropes. So, like I said, I'm not expecting much more from Leo Santa Cruz. I realized he was going through a lot of issues with his father being sick. But at the same time, you're a professional boxer. And, as hard as it may seem, sometimes you got to set certain things aside and you got to focus on what your primary objective is, what your job is, and that's to be a boxer. Easier said than done, but, that's really what it is. He did throw out a lot of excuses at the end of the fight. Should be an interesting fight, though. I'm picking Carl Frampton to win this fight for sure. I don't expect much in the way of game plans for Leo Santa Cruz. I think he's going to do the same thing he did the first fight. I don't foresee him trying to box Carl Frampton from the outside like he should have done in the first fight. But I don't know. He might switch things up. He needs to, obviously, because that crash and burn shit, that didn't work. So, again, I'm going with Carl Frampton to win this fight. It's in Cali this time. So, anything can happen with those judges, man. When it comes down to scoring the fight. If we look at the first fight, Carl Frampton was winning. He was winning the early rounds, but I know Leo Santa Cruz did rally back. I haven't gone back and watched the fight, but just from memory, I recall Leo Santa Cruz rallying back, and it was more back and forth between the two, but I still say Carl Frampton edged the fight. A lot of people were picking Leo Santa Cruz to win, but I didn't see it. I didn't see him beating Frampton. So, like I said, I expect the same thing to happen in this fight. Leo Santa Cruz he's gonna come forward. He might get knocked down this time. He might get stopped. You never know. So, the reason why I was going for Santa Cruz in the first fight is because Carl Frampton moved up in weight to kind of avoid Rigo, man. So, it is what it is, right? It is what it is. You know how boxing goes. So, it's all up to the judges, man. And, we'll see. We'll see how Leo Santa Cruz come this time, man. He be throwing them slow-ass looping hooks, man. The motherfuckers was tired as hell that first fight, man. It was a good fight, though, man. I really enjoyed it. I'm looking forward to the rematch. A lot of people be hating out there on both of these dudes, but, hey, man, it's boxing, man. I watch it because I like to be entertained, man. And some of these fighters ain't too entertaining, man. That was an entertaining fight. Santa Cruz is entertaining, man. Carl Frampton is entertaining. Your boy's not, and you know what I'm talking about. Hey, but we're not. That's another topic to discuss later, since nobody's really talking about that guy. So we'll keep it moving. I got Carl Frampton winning the fight by unanimous decision, and it's gonna look worse than the first fight. Hitman Boxing, drop a comment. Let me know who you picking for this fight. Even though it don't really matter, because Frampton gonna win. All right? I'm out.